You just heard from Ryan Woodard, talented player out here in Healdsburg, the guitar player, an outstanding anthem. But now we welcome you into the booth here. Easton Stockford alongside me, Julian Coy, for game number 3 of the 2026 season. As for the second time in as many games, the Prune Packers take on the East Bay Marauders. And Julian, Take Crease on the mound for the Packers. What do we have to look forward to today?
Yeah, I mean, last time these two teams played, it really seemed like through the first 4 innings, it was going to be who was going to get the big hit. And in the 5th inning, the Packers start to tally on. Ferguson gets in the jam, gets out of it. I think it's going to be really important today for the Packers to maintain that same discipline offensively. Don't press, let the big moment come to them, and the situational at-bats need to maintain the quality of at-bat they were having before.
Very similar lineups for the two teams coming in tonight. LSU leading off the top 2 spots for the Packers, and Jack Rucker, who's batting second, William Patrick, who is leading things off. And then Hideki Prother, Logan Sutter, Jake McCoy, Cade Campbell, J.C. Osario, a guard, Dane Morrow, and Tommy Brown in that order. We also mentioned Take Crease on the mound, right-handed arm from Cal. For the Marauders, Kaz Omamoto playing shortstop, leading off. Jackson Howell, Adam Kamen, Marty Rosales, Maxine Rockwood, Drew Hamburger, Lucas Pustarella, Declan Reagan, and Mateo Minte, all batting in that order. Josh Primasias on the mound for them, and took down the Marauders handedly last time around. 15 walks was the story. What do you want to see differently from the Marauders, or what do they need to adjust in order to find more success here at Rec Park today?
I mean, the simple answer is just to throw strikes, right? But, I mean, you want to see them paint the corners, mix and match some of those pitches, and try and keep the Prune Packers off balance. When the Prune Packers are at their best, they're able to work counts. And the Marauders need to attack with that fastball, try and get ahead early, and see, as I mentioned before, if maybe they can get some of the Prune Packers hitters on that off-speed or secondary pitch.
Crease out of Cal, local product from Pleasanton, California. In high school, he was first team All-League, 69 strikeouts for him. Didn't see a whole lot of action at Cal last year. Features a fastball, slider, and splitter in his arsenal, so a 3-pitch arsenal for him. And breaking ball, north to south type of guy. Tommy Brown throws down to first. Kaz Omamoto, the shortstop, going to lead things off for the Marauders. A lot of young fans in the building tonight. Youth camp just wrapped up this morning, a 2-day camp. Free admission to tonight's game for those who attended. And we are ready to go here in the Berg. Crease set, fires, first pitch coming on the ground, right side in play right away. Rucker will scoop it up, fire to first in time, and 1 pitch, 1 out for Take Crease.
I mean, you love efficiency, right? It's a great job by Crease there, just fired in there and let his defense do the work behind him.
On pace for a 27-pitch perfect game. Now he'll have to face Jackson Howell, right fielder. Howell saw 2 at-bats, no hits, and a walk. Struck out twice in a swing and a miss and a pitch in the dirt for strike 1.
I think it's going to be really interesting to see how Take Crease uses that secondary stuff. We saw him attack with the first ball and that at-bat, but he went off-speed there on the first pitch.
Second pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2, and Crease is working as efficient as possible here in the top of the first. Bit of a warmer day outside, 0-2 coming. One up in the zone. Oh, so a bit of a color clash. Both teams wearing black jerseys with white pants. The Packers are wearing maroon trim. The difference is the Marauders are wearing that bright red and yellow trim. Might be a little difficult to see, but maroon belts as well for the Packers. Batting in the bottom half of every inning. 0-2 now. Crease kicks and fires. That one fouled straight back. We'll do it again. 2-2 now, rather. Two from Crease. That one up and in. Count moves to full now. Good job here by Jackson Howell to bounce back. Payoff pitch from Crease. In the dirt, ball 4, and the Marauders have their first base runner of the game.
It's a really good job from Howell staying in the at-bat, making Crease throw some pitches. I mean, when you get to 0-2, you have 2 waste pitches to throw. That third pitch has to be competitive, though, and then you get to that 3-2 count. it's hard to stay in it there. So a really good job from Howell.
And this is kind of what we saw from Zach Surup just 2 days ago, where he struggled a little bit early, only allowed 1 run, and then it was shutout ball the rest of the way from the bullpen, which has been a strength of the Packers through 2 games so far this year.
I mean, talking to Coach Gomes, too, in that first press conference, he mentioned how a lot of these guys haven't been on the rubber in almost about a month for most of them. So trying to find that command again and that feel off the finger is really important.
1-0. Howell off of first. Adam Kamen now batting. He skies this one high to right field. That'll be foul. He had himself a huge game last time. 3 for 3. Had a couple of extra base hits as well. Played really well out in left field, which is where he is today as well. It's really been a bright spot for the Marauders.
Came in the throw in a big situational moment, too.
The 2-way action. A little shorter on arms than the Packers are. 1-1. Crease comes home with it. Runner goes. Brown fires to second. Trying to pick it there was Cade Campbell. Couldn't hold on to it, and that's a stolen base for Jackson Howell.
I mean, that's the type of throw you want to see from a catcher. It's either a 1 long hop or you get it all the way there. So not necessarily a bad throw, just a tough pick. We know the grass can be a little bumpy sometimes on the infield.
So runner in scoring position early with 1 away. 1-1 now for Adam Kamen. Crease, 2-1 rather. That one fouled away, and that'll bring the count level to 2. On deck, the DH, Marty Rosales. Went 0 for 4 with a strikeout on Saturday. Bit of a mini series here. It's supposed to be the Athletic Edge coming into play today, but a last-minute change here, bringing in the Marauders yet again. As that one flared into center field, racing to get there. That'll drop down. Patrick can't get there. Howell will advance to third and go no further. Good job to get it in quickly, but a 1-out single for Adam Kamen. Runners on the corners now for the Marauders.
We were playing catch this morning, or earlier today outside the field, and you mentioned how the ball is floating, and that can make it tough on the runners to decide when it's time to go. You saw there, it kind of just hung in the air a little bit, and Howell didn't have a perfect read on that, but Kamen a good job of just putting the ball in play with a runner in scoring position.
I'll bring up Marty Rosales, and also onto that point, Julian. The wind has switched as that one's up the middle, fielded over to first, and that is the double play. Sad retired. So big twin killing there for Jack Ruckert. Does it 4-3, and the Packers able to get out of a bit of an early jam. They will have their first ups after a quick break. Welcome back to Rec Park. No score in the top of the first for the East Bay Marauders, and now the Packers looking to put up a crooked number here in their half of the opening inning. On the mound, Josh Primicias. Pitching was a struggle for the Marauders. He'll face William Patrick here to start off the game. First pitch to him up in the zone, ball one. Patrick went center field today. 1 for 3 with a walk, 3 RBIs. He's up to 6 RBIs this year. Team high. Tied with Logan Sutter. That one outside. Ball two.
Look at the box score from last game. Patrick led the team in RBIs, and the bottom half of this lineup has been producing, so maybe almost in a way the bottom half can keep producing. He's put in a spot where he can gain some RBIs in that leadoff spot.
The bottom of the lineup today, those last 3, J.C. Osorio, a guard, Dane Morrow, and Tommy Brown. Now a 3-0 count early, and maybe getting our first walk of many today based on how last game went. 3-0 count for Primicias. He sets, and here he comes. That one catches the outside corner. They'll bring the count to 3-1.
It's a good job by Primicias there, even being down 3-0, to just stick to the outside corner and not fully give in.
Trying to battle back once more, bring this count full. 3-1. That one inside. It'll be ball 4. So Patrick with a leadoff walk, and he will stand off first. A little bit of speed on the bases as well. And that'll bring up his LSU teammate, Jack Ruckert. 2 played at LSU together last year, were roommates at LSU. Came out to Healdsburg here together, and now roommates here in Healdsburg. Both of them local kids from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Stayed home to play for LSU. That one behind Ruckert, and Patrick will advance easily into scoring position with no one out.
And you can already see this early on what putting a runner on does to a pitcher when you're not throwing strikes. Primicias misses pretty badly there, and it can be hard as a pitcher to try and reset after a 3-0 leadoff walk.
Trying to avoid another walk here, 1-0 count. Declan Reagan behind the plate, set up outside. That one up and away, ball 2. So 3 straight balls now for Primicias. There's only 7 hits last game with the amount of runs scored. 17 runs scored, only 7 hits for the Prune Packers. 15 of those runs were batted in. 15 walks, that big number. That one way up in the zone, ball 3. So 3-0 count again. Threw a strike here last time around. We'll see if Ruckert has the green light. Primicias fires. That one, another battle back strike there, and that'll bring the count to 3-1. Three-one count, excuse me, to Jack Ruckert. Patrick off of second. Fires. That one right down the middle. Full count now.
I mean, maybe a take pitch all the way there, but nevertheless, a good job by Primicias to use those misses and throw a little spinner in there and get it in the zone.
Would have been a good pitch to hit, but I imagine the amount of balls thrown in this first 2 batters, like you said, an automatic take from Ruckert. Full count payoff pitch on its way. Check swing, ball 4. Did not go around, and that'll put runners on first and second here for Hideki Prather, who was our player of the game last game with a pair of doubles.
Really good job by Ruckert not expanding the zone, especially you have the 3-4 coming up. Of Proctor had 2 doubles last game, and Sutter's always going to hit the ball pretty hard somewhere.
Now an early mound visit from the Marauders. And calm down their pitcher after 2 straight walks. And a dangerous hitter at the plate. Prather had a really strong year at Cal last year. Played a lot more than he had in years past. Batted .333, 14 home runs, 17 doubles, and 204 at-bats. Drove 46 runs, started 52 games for the Bears. Transferring in from Clemson, back home, the Oakland native. And he has the pop, and with that wind blowing out as compared to in, could be a home run threat here, especially with these next 3 batters. All 3 of them could be home run threats in Prather, Sutter, and Jake McCoy.
And you're at the point in the day, like you mentioned, the wind going out, where doubles can turn into homers very quickly.
It's a warm day here as well. Ball is flying out here, as we saw in batting practice. A lot of stuff that looked routine just kept going. First pitch up in the zone, ball 1 to Prather. From CS, struggling to find the zone early and counts. 1-0 to Prather. That one fouled straight back. Seems to have a beat on that. That one had some steam on it coming back, just a little underneath it.
Yeah, aggressive in 2 ways, swinging on the first pitch and also with the amount of balls that have been thrown, just trying to attack. I like the swing decision, though. It's an outside pitch, trying to take it the other way. You know how the ball carries to right field here. Can fly over in an instant.
Right and left field. Got the big carry out, or a lot of carry out to right, shorter fence out to left. Movement from Patrick over on second, way up in the zone, 2-1 count. William Patrick and Jack Ruckert on first and second. Both of them reached on walks. For those of you just joining us here, the East Bay Marauders taking on the Healdsburg Prune Packers. First game of 5 straight this week for the Prune Packers. That one above his head and to the backstop. Both runners advance. And now a really good position for Prather to do some damage, but in a 3-1 count here.
You can really see the pressure on the mound right now, especially with a hitter the caliber of Prather up, can do damage in an instant. This is the point where you really just got to try and bear down and throw something in the zone and hope your defense can make a play.
Prather DHing. Tommy Brown, the catcher. Those two top catchers shown their merit so far. 3-1 pitch. Big swing there. That one fell straight back off the netting. The foot race from all the kids to get the ball, the kids from the youth camp, ended just about 5 hours ago at 1 o'clock. Fun day for the kids, a little home run derby, a lot of action around this diamond, a lot of use for sure, a lot of fun as well. Full count to Prather, runners on second and third. Still no one out. Macias kicks and deals. That one in the dirt. Here comes Patrick to the plate, and he'll score standing up. First run across for the Prune Packers on the pass ball. Prather will advance to first on the walk. Now runners on the corners, and that'll bring up the South Carolina player, Logan Sutter. 8 RBIs for him this year. He's been as hot as they come coming into the season.
It's a really good read by Patrick to get that run home, even on the 3-2 count. A lot of guys will just sit back on that type of count, maybe expect a walk or just prepare for a sac fly. Anything into the outfield is an automatic score, so a good job getting home.
That's something we've talked to Coach Gomes about. Just this team has a little more speed, a little more ability to be aggressive on the base paths, and they've done just that through their first 2 games so far.
Yeah, I mean, they swept 4 bags in that first game as well. Got caught stealing last game, but you got to be aggressive. You're going to get caught stealing eventually, but in those moments you can learn from that and it'll pay off later on.
Runners on the corner. First pitch was a strike to Sutter. She falls behind 0-1. One outside, ball 1. It's been 3 straight walks to start the game. All 3 have reached. Run scores on a wild pitch. Everyone advanced, and that's why we have runners on the corners. No one out for Sutter. 3rd year back here in Healdsburg. Looking to make it his best. That one hit high in the air out to left field. Shortstop underneath it, Amamoto. Camped under it, he'll put the squeeze on it. And that'll be the first out of the inning.
a little less wind today, but we've seen these past few games, it's been swirling a little bit, especially when it gets into that deeper outfield. There's a lot of movement in trying to get to the ball. The routes have been fun to watch, you could say.
A lot of inefficient routes. I don't know, is it efficient if you're under the ball the whole time, the ball's moving?
It's tough to say. I mean, when the ball keeps moving, you kind of just have to track with it. The important thing is just having the ability to get there and follow it all the way into your glove.
So still runners on the corner now, one out. Jake McCoy at the plate. Didn't see any action in the second game of the year, played in the first. We went 0 for 4, 3 strikeouts, so looking to change his luck and garner some momentum to start the year. Good spot to do so. First pitch after the pickoff in there, strike one.
McCoy hit .297 at San Jose State this year, 15 home runs. I mean, he's just a guy, if he catches fire, he gets that one barrel, he's going to start to get going, and he's going to be really lethal for this Packer lineup.
So a good media guy, as we learned. He's done a couple of interviews in these past 3 days at the kids camp. Interviewed Hideki Prather last game. That one up and in. 1-1 count.
Really good ability to think on his feet.
Yeah, he kind of showed me up there in that the player of the game interview with Prather. I think his question was a lot better than mine.
They were all good.
He's got a future after baseball as an analyst. 1-1. Breaking ball. Drops in there, but off the plate. 2-1 count.
I mean, the issue, too, when you start throwing a lot of balls is the umpire is going to start squeezing you, and you kind of see it there. That pitch was close. There's not many more spots you can put it when you're facing a hitter like McCoy, but that's what happens when you don't set yourself up for success on the mound.
Back pick to first. Back in there safely is Hideki Prather. Count still 2-1, one away. Anything but a ground ball here would likely score a run, something deep to the outfield. On outside, McCoy, 3-1 count now, and in danger of loading the bases. Three-one count for Macias, trying to avoid juicing the bases for Cade Campbell. On its way. That one fouled straight back. Count moves to full.
I like the swing decision there from McCoy. Try and get something deep into the outfield. We've been seeing that early from the Packers is their ability to have real team at-bats no matter what the situation is and just try and get a run in. So on a high pitch, getting the ball in the air, not the worst idea.
Full count. On its way, check swing doesn't go, runner goes, but it'll be a walk. So now bases loaded for Cade Campbell.
It's really interesting to see, you come to the rec and you see a lineup like the Packers and what they have, and it's just firepower 1 through 9, and it makes you not want to give in. And when you get to that point, it's tough to consistently throw strikes.
Do you think that fear of that fact that anyone could take the ball out really forces you to throw off the plate more, which leads to more walks, which is what we have seen?
I mean, yeah, absolutely. And then when you try to get back in, that's the one pitch you're going to miss, and it's going to go 450 feet to dead center field.
That one, big breaking ball, gets away from him, but good job there behind the dish by Declan Reagan to corral it.
I mean, this is something you see at all levels, too, from high school all the way to the major leagues. When you have a threat in there from, the top 10 hitters in the league, you hear pitchers say all the time when you're game planning, it just makes you think about the lineup a little bit differently. And, you have this here in 1 through 9. It makes it extremely difficult, definitely a tough task.
Definitely one of, if not the deepest summer ball roster in the entire country. Cal shortstop, Cade Campbell comes in. That one blasted left field, back, track. And we'll see. It looks like it was called just foul. I think that stayed in the park off the fence. But almost a grand slam there for Cade Campbell. And a big swing to start the game.
Just missed that one. I'm looking at the flag in the left center field. The wind just started to blow in right as he hit it, so maybe pushed it a little bit left, and I mean, I think that missed the foul pole by about 2 feet. It's one of those where you get a good swing and MLB The Show, and it just misses left, and you're sitting on at your monitor like, what just happened?
He was just early, but had the PCI just right there. Count 1-1 now. Campbell will have a chance to try again after the foul ball. Deep foul ball. That one down the middle. Jam shot right side, base hit. 1 run comes in to score. Prather going to hold up at third. He's waved home. Hesitated a little bit, but he'll be standing up across the plate. A 2-run single for Cade Campbell. Packers lead it by 3.
I mean, this is one of those parks, too, where the field is pretty deep all around. It's about 420 to dead center. Right field down the line is 350. The outfielders are playing deep. So in that bat like that, where you just punch it the other way, with the speed of this team, is going to score all those guys just like what happened. Really good swing there.
Didn't get a whole lot on it, but an inside pitch. Great job to take it the other way. And with the defense at double play depth, it opened up that hole to the right side quite a bit for him. I'm going to bring up J.C. Osorio Agard, San Jose State, right-handed bat. Over at third base today. Played on opening day. A decent outing, 1 for 5, scored as well. Did not play against this Marauders team on Saturday. So 3-0 the score. Passed ball scores 1 and a 2 RBI single from Cade Campbell. That one skips away. But McCoy will hold up at third. Over to second goes Cade Campbell. Now 2 in scoring position yet again, this time for Osorio Agard.
And you know, we didn't mention it, but as you just mentioned with Agard, he didn't play last time against the Marauders. And I like the idea there from Coach Gomes to get some new faces in there. The second time you face a team, it can be a little bit easier for a pitching staff to understand what certain hitters are going to do. So getting new bats in there is always important.
2-0, Agard ahead. There it comes, check swing, he'll hold up, strike 1. As that one caught the inside corner. Primasias able to find the zone, bounce back to 2-1. Still only 1 away. That one down the middle, and that's barreled into left center field. Ranging over is Kamen, and he made the catch. Run does come across on the sac fly, but what a play out there in center field. That was Mateo Miniti.
Really good job from Miniti to get a read on that ball. An even better job by Osorio Agard just to have another team at bat. Keep repeating myself, but it's really been the theme of this team so far. With the walks the other day, they weren't pressing with the bases loaded. They were getting their pitch, just driving it the other way. That one was barreled too, but a good read by Kamen to make the catch and help his pitcher get that second out of the inning.
So sac fly for Agard, 4-0 the score. McCoy still over at second. Excuse me, Cade Campbell over at second. McCoy scores on the play. And that brings up Dane Morrow from the University of Michigan, one of a few Michigan guys out in the Berg this summer. Count 1-0 for Macias. Sets and deals. That one, line shot left field, base hit. Campbell rounding third, heading for the plate. Throw in time, but offline. And the 5th run of the inning in the bottom of the 1st comes across for the Prune Packers.
And that's exactly what we were talking about, having the ability to take the other ball away, drive the run in with 2 outs. That's a really important run.
Very, very early lead here for Healdsburg. 4 walks, 2 hits, and a sac fly. And on the help of a wild pitch as well, bring across 5, and now 1 batter away from batting all the way around with 2 outs here, as the catcher Tommy Brown will step in. First pitch to Brown inside, brushes him back. That'll be ball 1. Brown, a guy who's had success earlier this year, went 2 for 3 last game with a pair of singles and a pair of RBIs and a pair of walks, and went 1 for 3 with a home run and 2 walks on opening day. So he'll check his swing there. That one skips away from Reagan behind the plate and over to third. Goes Dane Morrow. Morrow did extend to second on the throw home. Will be ruled a single with an extra base, I would imagine. Now 2-0 hitters count to Tommy Brown. Messias checks over to third, comes home. That one up in the zone. Now 3-0.
I mean, really all this has just been created from foot traffic. I know the pack hits the ball hard, but you see the play from Kamen and center, and it makes you wonder, you know, if you're just able to stay in the zone more consistently and let your defense make plays behind you, how significantly different this inning is right now.
It's been a lot of small ball for the 5 runs as well. No extra base hits in the first so far. 2 outs, 3-0 to Brown. He'll take one down Broadway for strike 1.
I mean, some of the biggest stars you see around, too, have gotten off to slow starts this year, and it's not always about being able to hit for the firepower. I mean, obviously that's what the fans love to see, and that makes the game fun, but being able to have these at-bats where you can get runners in, no matter what the outcome is always a key factor for a good team.
3-1 in the dirt, ball 4. Brown will walk, and that'll put runners on the corners as the lineup turns over. Second at-bat in the first inning for William Patrick.
You know, last time these two teams squared off, Hahn had a good outing. You went those 5 innings, you know, only 3 runs, but it was 3 pitchers after that, and you got to wonder how many pitchers are available out of the pen today for the Marauders.
Pitch count already got to be getting up there for Primasias. Brown off at first, has 1 stolen base this year. That one outside, ball 1. Just off that outside corner, very close. That one skips away on the mound from Primasias, but everyone will hold up. Morrow over at third, Brown at first. Patrick, the batter, at the plate. Still only 2 hits in the 5-run bottom of the first. That one fouled straight back. Count 1-1. Messias checks Brown at first. Now set. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one just up in the zone. Bring the count to 2-1. Not sure where that one missed.
Definitely a tight zone right now from Blue behind the plate.
2-1 count. 2 away here for William Patrick, trying to keep the first inning rally going. Breaking ball in there. That one in there for strike 2.
I mean, that's a tough pitch to throw in a 2 and 3 ball count, but it's been his most consistent so far. And maybe if he can start landing that, that is a pitch that can keep the Packers off balance if he throws it off a fastball, even if the fastball is a miss.
2-2 now would be a good count to go right back to it. Maybe elevate a fastball here and get a swing and miss. 2-2 to William Patrick. That one popped up right side over is the first baseman Rockwood, but that is well foul over by the Steindorf Barnes.
When you look at the shift on the field, the Marauders are pretty up the middle, even maybe shifted a little left, and I feel like it's been pretty safe. It's pretty safe to say the Packers' approach has been the other way this whole inning.
Both hits have gone the other way. 2-2 once again. Up and in. Count full now as Primasias trying to work his way out of a nightmare first inning. Full count. Feels like a big pitch here for Primasias. The payoff pitch. Runner in motion. It's Brown, swing and a miss. Strike 3. So Patrick down on strikes, but 5 runs on 2 hits and a monster first inning for the Prune Packers. The Marauders will look to respond here as we turn to the second. Back up to the plate. The Marauders back on the mound. Take Crease went took 4 batters, but got through the first inning efficiently thanks to a double play by Jack Ruckert. And we were just talking about it off the air there, but right now the Prune Packers on pace for 45 walks this game. First pitch from Crease, that one slashed right side, foul. 5 walks in the first. 5 every 9 innings.
Yeah.
It's 45 walks.
45. Fella running, didn't he?
Be a long game. 0-1 from Crease. Swung on and missed. Bit of a sword there. I'll bring the count to 0-2. It's Maximo Rockwood at the plate, batting 5th. And 1 for 3 last game. 0-2. Got him looking, strike 3. Kind of a subtle strike 3 call there. Threw me for a loop, but down on strikes, Take Crease gets his first strikeout of the game.
A little bit of a silent call, but that was a good job by Crease. Just painting that outside corner, staying away. He's not giving in at all right now, and he's attacking the zone at the same time. It's pretty lethal.
That 3-pitch mix is sometimes better than a 4-pitch mix, depending on how you tunnel them and how you work those pitches together. And he's got a really north to south mix where he's changing eye level a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it's straight, it's down, and it's horizontal. You can do anything you want with that.
First pitch fouled away. 0-1 count now as Drew Hamburger will look to do some damage. That one just off the inside corner for ball 1.
You know, we thought maybe we were seeing a tight zone just for the Marauders. You know, a lot of walks, struggling to keep it on the corners, but it's been pretty consistent for both sides.
1-1 check swing. Didn't go. That one called ball 2. So 2-1 count now. Hamburger skies this one up. Brown hustling to his right, but that's out of play. Bring the count level, 2-2 now. Crease looking for back-to-back strikeouts here to start the top of the second. Two from Crease. Check swing, got him, strike 3. 2 straight down on strikes for Take Crease, and he is cruising on the mound right now.
And you mentioned the sword last at-bat. It's the second time in 2 at-bats. He's got him on that slider, just buckled him up there, front door, straight at the belt, and broke back in. Really nasty pitch.
Now Lucas Pustarella will step in and have his try. First pitch down there for a strike, and Take Crease has put this thing into cruise control, it seems like, in the top of the second. 0-1. That one inside corner, and man, he is carving right now. Struck out the first 2. Now an 0-2 count to Pustarella. Crease fires, strike 3, strikes out the side. 3 up, 3 down on strikes. Take Crease dominant in the top of the second. A 5-run first inning for the Prune Packers. They'll look to do some more in the bottom of the second. We'll be back after a quick break. leading off for the Packers. Jack Rucker walked his first time around, but looking to start the party yet again after a 5-run first inning. Looks like we have a new pitcher on the mound as well for the Marauders. With the new pitcher coming in like this, Julian, how do you adjust? What do you do in this first at-bat against a new guy when you get someone relieved so quickly?
I mean, it's at the point right now where you really just got to zone in on the glove and attack the zone. You can't worry too much about stuff or trying to land things. You just have to allow your defense to work, throw as many consistent strikes as you can, and just see what happens.
First pitch, swing and a miss. Strike one. That one hit well to right field, ranging over is Howell, but that will be just foul, but a good swing there.
I mean, you've noticed early on, too, especially in these first few games, the Packers haven't necessarily hit the lights out of the ball. There's been a couple doubles here and there, but it's mainly just been these punch shots and little jam shots the other way. So it doesn't necessarily mean that if you throw it in a decent spot for them to hit it, it's going to go crazy far.
An 0-2 count now to Rutgers. He'll look to do something with 2 strikes here. That one off the plate, ball 1. Trying to get a name on the pitcher as well, but don't see him on the roster. Try and get an update on that. 1-2 now. Step off wearing number 11. 1-2 now. That one fouled away. As Rucker will just stay alive. So 1-2, we'll do it once again. I believe this is George Schmidt on the mound. For the Marauders. Ruckert again fouling it off and staying alive. Great at bat here, Julian.
Shot that one right at the dugout. No, he's done a good job. He's just taking the pitches where they're throwing that inside pitch. He pulls. The previous pitch was an outside slider. Kind of backdoored on him, but he stayed with it the whole time and just took it the other way.
So 1-2 for a third time now. This is Jack Badger on the mound for the Marauders. That one outside, count 2-2. 26 grad from Livermore, California. Unranked, 18 years old. Went to Granada High School. .5'11", 180. 2-2 pitch from him. That one skied way in the air, left side, racing over is the catcher Reagan, but that one onto the roof of the stands. Badger, a utility guy at Granada, played a little bit outfield, second base, third base, and pitched some. What do you know about Granada High School?
That's a school for producing baseball studs. I went to play there JV, I remember 6'2", hit one about 300 feet over the left field wall. It was pretty impressive to see for that level.
Were you pitching?
I was not, no, I was not. I will say, though, it was about a 60-mile-an-hour curveball ethos type pitch that just hung over the belt a little bit and was definitely belted pretty far.
Tops about 80 miles per hour on his fastball. More of a relief guy. 2-2 pitch. Or sorry, 3-2 pitch up in the zone. That'll be ball 4. Rucker will lead things off with the walk. Same thing we led off last inning with, and now 6 walks on the game.
You talk to a lot of these guys at the D1 level too, and these slower level pitchers, the pitchers maybe say in 80s, mid 80s, low 80s, can be a little harder to hit because they're so used to hitting 90 plus and they're training for that all year long, and then you come to a level like this where maybe it can vary a little bit and it can be a little tougher to pick up on early on.
Well, Rucker off of first. First pitch in the dirt. Good stop behind the plate. That'll be ball 1. Becky Prather at the dish now. Walked his first time up. as did half of the Packer lineup. 2 doubles in his first game and the last game for the Packers. 1-0. Inside. Off the plate, 2-0 count now. Badger set. Comes home with it inside, and that'll be ball 3.
I mean, throwing strikes is the priority right now, but you got to make sure at the same time, as a pitcher, you're checking on that runner at first. Ruckert's getting a pretty aggressive secondary. You got to make sure you can keep him there.
That one inside, ball 4. 4-pitch walk for Hideki Prather. He reaches for the second time this game via the 4-ball count. Now Logan Sutter with some ducks on the pond, 2 aboard for him, 8 RBIs on the season, a team high, averaging 4 a game. You can keep on that pace with a big swing right here. Popped out to shortstop his first time around. First pitch from Badger on its way. That one off the plate. Little up in the zone, ball 1.
I mean, it was hard for us to tell from here. The track man is a little bit down, but it looks like these pitches aren't missing by too much. Maybe just that fear we were talking about earlier of fully coming into the zone is preventing from hitting these corners.
1-0 count now. Badger checks over to second, fires home. In the dirt, that'll be ball 2. Count now. Sutter playing first today. He's DH'd, he's played second, now he's played first. Maybe we'll get all 9 positions by the end of the year. 2-0, Jack Badger comes home to Sutter. That one up in the zone. 7 straight balls now from Jack Badger.
Could be in for a few more ABs from the pitching staff tonight too. We saw that last time. Brandon Mann, Caleb Kimball said he wanted to get some, he got some.
Talked to Brandon Mann about that today. I asked him how he liked it out there. He was playing a little bit of left field. A 3-0 on its way, and that one hits him. So not a walk, but a hit by pitch puts Sutter aboard. And Mann said wasn't a huge fan of it. Ball went up into the lights. He's like, I completely lost it. I had no idea where it was. Luckily, the center fielder came over and snagged it for him, but not typically a guy who's hitting and in the field. You also see a guy like Caleb Kimball maybe get some cuts, who's a 2-way guy, and there's a lot of pitchers I would love to see hit. Give Mason Lerma in that bat.
Lerma time at bat would feed families.
I just feel like he would have to go deep.
He seems like the type where he just would go deep. The swing looks powerful.
Now it's Jake McCoy stepping in. He walked his first time up.
It's a pretty big cut there. Only one thing he's trying to do.
Bases loaded for him. Still yet to get his first hit of the season. And if you're getting a strike at this point, might as well swing as hard as you can.
Yeah.
Swing hard in case you hit it. 0-1 count to McCoy. There's 8 straight balls from Badger. That 1 straight strike, second one. That one is strike, but that one hit high to left field. Came in underneath it, racing in, diving effort, it's on the ground. No catch, 1 run comes in to score. Over to third goes Prather, and the bases will stay loaded. 1 run across on the base hit from Jake McCoy.
Continuing to put the ball in play, that's what they've done all season. It's consistently been working, no reason to fix it.
McCoy with the 3rd hit of the game for the Packers. 6th run comes across his first hit of the season. So bases now loaded still for Cade Campbell. He knocked a 2 RBI single in his first at bat. Big cut there, the first pitch strike. That one fouled away. Count 0-1.
You know, I was looking at the walk totals last night for the Empire League, and you see that, some of these teams have already played more than 2-3 games. The Potters are up to 8. They lead the league in walks with 63. And you look at the Packers, they're 2 games in, and they had 24, almost half of that already.
They're trending for about 80 by the end of this one. 0-1. I went down and away. 1-1 now for Cade Campbell.
Speaking of Lerma, getting a look down in the bullpen, playing a little hacky sack already in the second.
A hacky sack out there. A couple of the pitchers also made a foamer. 1-1 pitch on its way from Badger. That one jammed right side, slicing, it'll be foul. If you don't know what a foamer is, it's when you take one of those little foam footballs and you layer it with about 3 rolls of duct tape. Makes the ball fly super far. They were playing with that to warm up earlier. Always some fun activities going on in the bullpen. Those bullpen guys know how to kill time. 1-2. Soft bounce, ground ball back to Badger at the mound. He'll just go to first, run will score, but Campbell put away for the first out of the inning.
The bullpen's one of the interesting pieces too. When a pitcher comes in, a lot of the times you see when they sit down and go back up for multiple innings, it can be hard on them. And, we asked Cooper Rummel the other day what it's like to pitch in a game where the score is just, unbelievably large, and the lead total, and he's like, it's nice to have the comfort, but at the same time, it's really important to maintain that focus.
Got to stay locked in. Yeah, it's almost trying to flip the mindset to where it feels like you're in a 1-run game, even if it's 20-0, and trying to keep that intensity, which is a really difficult thing to do in any sport at any level. 7-0 the score on the RBI ground out from Cade Campbell. Now J.C. Osario, guard, will step in. Drove in a run on a sac fly in the first.
It's also important to remember where you are and what you're doing. A lot of these guys are here to get work game, but we saw the other day against the Marauders for Rummel and Ferguson, a couple scouts in the stands, and that's at the point where no matter how big the lead is, you have to show what you can do.
1-0 to a guard. Fouled straight back, camera stays alive. Guard out of San Jose State. Strong year last year, batted .316 with a .927 OPS. Really solid San Jose State team. 7 home runs for him, 31 RBIs. 1-1 pitch. Check swing, doesn't go. Good block, runner coming home. Sliding at the plate is Sutter, and he will score on the wild pitch.
It's an aggressive move there. Up 6-0. That ball didn't kick away super far either, but I like it. It's baseball. Anything can happen, even in the way we're trending right now. We're only in the second inning.
Bringing the score to 8-0. Over to third goes Jake McCoy. He's the lone runner on the paths right now. 2-1 for Osario Agard. That one hammered to left center. Going back is Kamen, and that is picked up by Minutes and will be another sac fly for a guard as McCoy will come in to score.
Another good job to take the ball up the middle. Team at bat far enough to get the runner in on a sac fly. We've seen that a lot from the Pack. They're not getting a lot of strikes, but with the strikes they are getting, they're being productive.
A well-hit ball as well, just happened to be the deepest part of the ballpark. We'll bring it up Dane Morrow. He had an RBI single his first time up. No one on for him as Badger will step off. Trying to average 5 an inning here. 2 outs, 4 runs across. Last 2 batters have been the 2 outs. Both have driven in runs. And Campbell with the ground out to the pitcher that scored one, and the sac fly just now from a guard. Oh, 1 now. Badgers set and fires. Oh, and swung on, fouled away. Oh, 2. 2 count to Morrow. That one slash foul as well as he'll stay alive. Looks like he has a broken bat as well. They're not broken.
Needed a little pine.
Throwing some of the sweet stick on there.
We've been talking a lot about the jams and how maybe, we haven't seen as many barrels as we've expected. But you got to remember, too, a lot of these guys are coming from aluminum bat leagues where, maybe a miss is an extra 30 to 50 feet than what you would see with a wood bat. Also, different swinging a wood bat, so the adjustment period is definitely there.
0-2, that one grounded to second. Pustarella over to first, and that'll be in time for the third out of the inning. So 9 runs across on just 3 hits for the Packers. They lead it 9-0. The score after 2. We'll see if there's a new pitcher on the mound. It looks like it'll be Take Crease back on the bump here for the top of the third. We are back here at Rec Park, 9-0 the score, and what is the makings of a blowout here. The Prune Packers lead the East Bay Marauders. Take Crease back on the mound, struck out 3 straight. See if he picks up where he left off. That one in the dirt, ball 1.
You talked about depth in the lineup earlier. I think one of the things that can be so demoralizing for a visiting team is that it's not only the lineup that's 1 through 9 where everybody can hit, but it's the pitching staff as well. You're getting firearm after firearm. It's just pitching power back to back to back.
It's Take Crease to start. We'll see who comes in to relieve him. Could be Jack Paris out of Texas, scheduled to go in these coming days. 1-1. Declan Reagan, the catcher, at the plate. That one inside. Ball 2. I do know Brandon Mann, the Manimal, supposed to close this one out today, coming in for that 9th inning, so won't get to see him take at-bats again. 2-1 pitch from Crease. Check swing. No appeal. Looks like he held the back. 3-1 count. (3-1) from Crease. That one swung on and missed there on the splitter. Got him to chase down in the zone. Moves the count to full.
That pitch on the fastball is absolutely lethal. It's a fastball for 50 feet, and then right after that, just goes straight down.
Crease looking for his 4th straight strikeout. 3-2 pitch, up in the zone, ball 4.
Now batting for the Marauders, center field, number 32, Mateo Manite.
So Reagan reaches on walk. Mateo Manite stepping in with a runner on first, no one out. First pitch from Crease, line to the right side. That'll be a base hit. Morrow picks it up, comes up gunning, but no runner He'll just hit his cutoff man. Now runners on first and second here. As the lineup will flip itself over. Kaz Omamoto stepping in, grounded out to second his first time around.
Talked about the bottom half of the Packers lineup earlier, producing, giving the top of the order a shot. Great job here by the Marauders to do the same.
That one outside, ball one. One 0 from Crease. That one outside corner, catches the black for strike one. 1-1 count. Runners on first and second. Crease fires. That one lifted in the air to center field. Patrick underneath, and he'll put the squeeze on it for the first out.
It's one of those at-bats where you just have to tell yourself you did everything right. I mean, a great barrel in the center field. The ball's not carrying as much as maybe we thought it would today, but nevertheless, a good shot. Just caught in center.
Yeah, that wind seemed to flip around now. American flag blowing in from left field compared to out where it was pregame. Things starting to cool down here as well. First pitch strike from Crease. Still runners on first and second. The same thing Crease faced in the first inning. Got a double play ball to Jack Ruckert at second. Looking to do the same here. That one on the ground, but it'll be well foul.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I found it pretty interesting so far. You know, we're here pretty early before the game starts, and you're looking at the heat and the wind, and most of the time you're like, ball's going to fly today, and then it gets to game time, temperature starts cooling down a little bit, and it's not going as far as you would think.
There's a lot of dichotomy in the conditions out here as that one gets him to chase in the dirt for strike three. That's how we'll go down on strikes. Sometimes the ball carries, sometimes it doesn't. It just depends on what you're walking into that day. And Kamen stepping in on left field. And 2 outs for him. Swing and a miss. First pitch, strike one. Do a full loop all the way around the catcher, right back to the batter box. Oh, 1 from Take Crease. That one outside. Take struck out 4 so far in his 2 2/3 innings of work. One from Crease. That one in the dirt. Good stop from Tommy Brown. Two one now. Take comes home, swing and miss, strike two. Looking for his 5th strikeout in just 3 innings here. 2-2, 2 away. Trying to get out with a first and second jam here, only giving up 2 hits. Trying to retire the side. 2-2 from Crease. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Take Crease putting the K in Take. 5 strikeouts in 3 innings of work. We'll be back with the Packers back at the plate. They're red hot right now. 9-0 the score after 2.5. Tommy Brown leading things off here in the bottom of the third inning. We were talking at the break. I used the word dichotomy. So dichotomy is your word of the day. A little vocab word for everyone at home is something sharply contrasted, mutually exclusive, or completely opposite, such as the conditions here between warm-up and first pitch at Rec Park. Brown hard on the ground left side. That'll be a base hit. Lead off single, first pitch swinging from Tommy Brown. He'll reach first safely on the ground ball single to left field. Line up back to the top. William Patrick, the center fielder, stepping in. Runner on first, it's Brown. First pitch, breaking ball in there on the edge for strike one. Jack Badger still out there for the Marauders.
It's a good first pitch by Badger. I mean, you're at this point in the game, you're down by this much. You see a lot of pitchers just giving with the fastball. You can see he's still trying to work in and get himself in some good counts.
0-1, Brown on the move. Throw down from Reagan on a hop. No contest. Tommy Brown with his second stolen base of the year.
I mean, you're up 9-0. That's one of those things where maybe the fans will overlook that a little bit, but as you start getting deeper in the season and you make the playoff run against those top-level teams, having the ability to steal and swipe bags is extremely important.
Tommy Brown, unusually fast catcher. Not a whole lot you see a catcher stealing bags out there. That one fouled off by Patrick, so he'll stay alive. The 0-2 count. And as a pitcher on the mound like Badger, where you're topping out 80, they're already having to slow down to adjust. Is it almost to your advantage to start throwing breaking balls and try and get a movement on it if you're already going to be below average on the speed side of things for these players?
I mean, I think at this point in the game, it's beneficial to just pound the zone with strikes and whatever's working for you. If that is the off speed to land that in the zone, then you can go for it. At the same time, though, it can be beneficial because if you tunnel your pitches right and you're setting 80, they're waiting back on that fastball. They think everything's a fastball because it all looks the same, right? When you drop that breaking ball in, it's going to break on them. While it may look the same, they're going to swing right over it.
Patrick does go down on strikes. Now Jack Ruckert up to the plate, walked twice in this one so far. First pitch to him, outside ball one. One 0 count. Brown off of second after the leadoff single and stolen bag. Badger checks Brown, now fires. Breaking ball drops in there, strike one.
I mean, for what it's worth, between both pitchers for the Marauders, that off-speed has been landing all day. It's tough to consistently throw it because eventually it is going to get timed up, especially with hitters of this caliber, but it's working, and they're getting it on the corners, too.
1-1 count. Brown with a big lead. Over at second. That one up and in. 2-1 count. A lot of these pitches look close, but home plate umpire calling himself a really good game. Only missed one call so far. According to our TrackMan, that is. Not according to me. According to the numbers, as that one mashed right field all the way back. Wynn's got it. It'll stay in the ballpark. Brown will tag up and advance to third. Ruckert put out on a deep flyout.
I mean, how many of those have we seen in the last 3 games that off the bat, you're jumping, the fans are up, and it just dies straight at the wall? It's getting unbelievable at this point.
There was an audible ooh in the stadium, and then ball just kind of gets caught up there. Wynn grabs it and just barely keeps it in out there. 2 away. Becky Prather will step in. Tommy Brown 90 feet away from double digits for the Packers. That one fouled back.
I mean, I remember from my time playing here, and we saw, the first day of practice, we were present, and we saw him taking BP, and that ball to right field just wouldn't stop going. It was flying over the wall, looking at the launch angle like that's short of the warning track, and all of a sudden it's 5 rows deep in the bleachers.
And again, to go back to it, I mean, that first day was about the same time warm-ups usually occur here. Right around 2:30, 3 o'clock, team starts taking batting practice, and hottest part of the day, that ball just carries, but gets rapidly cooler, it feels like, here in Northern California.
Very quickly.
It's not the case where I'm from. Arizona's hot all the time. 0-2, up in the zone, 1-2 count now. Right there, has a pair of walks on the day.
I mean, the baseball scene in Arizona is phenomenal, though. It's year-round. It's good products out of there. Ross Chavlosky, the projected #1 pick this year.
A lot of local products. You got Landon Harrison over at ASU. That one hard on the ground over to second. Pusarella fires to first in time. Third out of the inning. First time the Packers have been held scoreless here in this one. 9-0 the score. After 3, we will see a new pitcher likely for the Packers here in the top of the 4th. New pitcher on the mound for the Packers. NC State. First pitch, off the plate, ball 1. Two-0 count now. That one inside. That'll be ball 4.
Now batting, first base, number 14, Maximo Rockwood.
So Rosales will walk. That one inside, ball 1. 1-0 pitch. One fouled straight back. Count now 1-1. Rosales off the first. Coming home with it inside. 2-1 count now. Still no one out here in the top of the 4th inning. 2-1. Inside ball 3. Coming home, that one in the dirt, ball 4, back-to-back walks. These Rockwood will reach as well. So 2 straight walks.
And an infield mound visit here. This big of a lead, it's important to throw strikes. A little bit of a funky windup on the mound. Interesting to see. Different look from crease.
First pitch, inside corner, strike 1. Marauders on first and second, nobody out. That one also inside corner, strike 2. Jesse Gutierrez on the mound. An inside corner called strike 3. First out of the inning, down on strikes. On 1 away.
I mean, shortstop Cade Campbell's got to feel pretty good about that. Usually it's, you know, the pitching coach goes out there and it's said that after a mound meeting, first pitch is usually 90% of the time it'll be a strike. Campbell initiates the meeting and a 3-pitch strikeout right there.
There's another strike, 4 straight strikes for Gutierrez. A 1 off the inside corner, 1-1 count. That one on the ground. Tough play, ranging to his left is Campbell. Long throw to first in time. Second out of the inning on a nice play there by Cade Campbell.
Really good job on the exchange there. Tough play with the runner. Running in front of the ball sometimes can distort the vision of the shortstop, but a good job of sticking with it, following the ball into the glove, and a very clean transfer on the throw over to first.
Gutierrez comes home with it. That one outside. Graduate transfer in the portal now from San Jose State. That one catches the outside corner, strike 1.
You know, we were talking about earlier the importance of still maintaining your composure and pitching like you would in a tie ball game. It's for pitchers on the mound like this who are trying to get looks from different schools and trying to display what they're able to do. This is still an important matchup for them.
It's a second strike there. 1-2 count now, 2 away here. Trying to put away Declan Reagan. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Jesse Gutierrez strands 2. Works his way out of a tight jam there, 9-0. Still the score through 3.5. Logan Sutter leading things off here in the bottom of the 4th inning. His 3rd at-bat of the game. Popped out to the shortstop and was hit by a pitch in his first 2. Still on the mound is Jack Badger. First pitch. Down the middle, strike 1. Oh, 1 now to Sutter. On its way, that one outside and to the backstop. Count level. 1-1 from Badger. That one hit high in the air to left field. Came in racing all the way over. A long run for him. Can't get there in time as that one's into the Packer bullpen.
See the flag blowing a lot towards that left side. That flew all the way to the bullpen. A lot further than I thought that was going to go.
Bullpen is probably about 50 feet, 60 feet left of the foul line. Left field goes for quite a while out there. Same with right. There's a lot of room to run with no fence. That one in the dirt. Stop behind the plate by Reagan. 2-2 count.
That's not something you see very much anymore in a lot of these newer stadiums. The grass behind home plate isn't as much at length. Closer fences, a lot more foul balls in the stands. And you look back at some of the older stadiums even around the Bay Area, like the Athletics Coliseum or Candlestick. There's a lot of these big out-of-play spaces where you can still make a play on it.
2-2. Badger fires that one up and in. Full count. It's all about the fan experience, though. You got to get more balls in the stands for keep the fans coming back.
There's also the counter, though. I mean, they had to install the net all the way down the line because it was too close for the line drives. Fans were in some danger.
3-2 pitch. That one catches the corner. Strike 3. Sutter down on strikes. I'll bring up Jake McCoy. Jake McCoy will step in. It's a walk and a single. His first hit of the year in his last at-bat. He'll look to build off of that now. That one smoked again to the bullpen.
He's on it. Been a little bit early with the timing all day, but he sits back a little longer and drive one. He can go a long way.
Right, he does have some pop. 15 home runs at San Jose State. 0-1. That one down in the zone. First ball to him. Much better job in recent batters of hitting the zone. Jack Badger, excuse me, is really settled into this one. 1-1 in the dirt. 2-1 the count. Score still 9-0 here. As Badger is set to deal. That one on the ground is second. Bustrella over to first. In time, 2 away in the bottom of the fourth.
You know, you have to wonder with a power bat like McCoy, who gets so used to swinging to aluminum hard. You know, we talked about last summer he came here at 273, only 1 bomb. That adjustment period going from aluminum all season to a wood bat for a guy like him has to be pretty difficult.
It's definitely got to be an adjustment. I'd imagine weight is similar, but just a different feel with the wood bats. A lot of season left for everyone to get used to it. First pitch to the backstop to Cade Campbell.
I mean, the feel is absolutely correct. You see some guys preferring to swing wood over metal just because of the way it feels off the hands and comes off their bat. They're able to control it a little bit better. But for most guys, you know, it's hard to produce that same level of power with a wooden stick.
1-0 to Campbell up in the zone. Shortstop has 3 RBIs in this one. 2 on a single and 1 on a ground out back to the pitcher. 2-0. Badger fires, big swing and a miss there from Campbell. Two one. 2 away here. Badger comes home, swinging a miss there, strike 2. And Badger 1 out away from going back-to-back scoreless after giving up 4 in the bottom of the second. Trying to get through his 3rd inning of work. Campbell trying to stay alive. 2-2 away. Now 1 in the dirt.
It's a good waste pitch there, got him to swing on the curveball before. Obviously, you never want to get into a 3-2 count, but if you can go back to that and get a chase without going into the zone with a hitter of this caliber up, it's always a good idea.
Count full. Payoff pitch from Badger in the dirt, ball 4. Campbell able to work a walk. JC Osario at guard. Caught a couple barrels so far in this one, a pair of deep sac flies. Both drove in 1 run apiece.
I mean, you watch him step into play, he's just so relaxed, the hands are low, and then right as the pitcher's getting ready to wind up, gets in that ready position and just fires.
First pitch up in the zone, ball 1. A little off the plate, off that outside edge as well.
I feel like that's a pretty common theme among the top players in the league, too. You have to be relaxed. You can't be too tense up there and just have a clear mind and focus on doing your job.
That one hit high in the air left side. Camped underneath it. Omamoto, the shortstop, and he'll put it away. 3rd out of the inning. So no score in back-to-back innings for the Packers. 3rd and 4th held scoreless. Good work on the mound from Jack Badger. Back to the bump, Jesse Gutierrez for the Prune Packers as we'll head to the top of the 5th. Back here for the start of the 5th inning. Jesse Gutierrez still on the mound for Healdsburg, his first pitch. Jump shot back to the backstop. Mateo Manite up to bat.
Camera took a shot on that one.
That one grounded left side, just foul. You guys are looking at us upside down now. We'll switch to a more descriptive call for you guys here. There's no 2 count now. Left-handed arm, Gutierrez set, kicks and deals. That one fouled straight back to the right side.
I think Gutierrez is a guy at his best. He can get up to 93 and you get a foul ball right in the screen like that. Probably not going to end well most of the time.
0-2. That breaking ball gets away from him. All the way to the backstop. Out of the reach of Tommy Brown. 1-2 count now. Count 1-2. Lefty-righty action here. Gutierrez fires. Swing and a miss on the fastball, strike 3. Elevated fastball from Gutierrez gets the job done, 1 away in the top of the 5th.
That's a good job from Gutierrez using the pitches he threw earlier in the at-bat to set himself up for that one. He misses with the curveball outside that far out, and as a hitter, you're thinking he's not going to go back to it. You've seen the fastball before on the outside half. He tunnels it perfectly out of that position and gets a swinging strike on the ball in the dirt.
First pitch fouled away, Kaz Amamoto at the plate. Shortstop for the Marauders. He fouled that one right towards the Packer dugout down the left side. 0-1 now. That one misses his zone, ball 1. Just a little down and in off the plate. Sorry, 0-2, that one did catch the zone. 0-2 pitch. That one fouled back. Oh, 2 count, 1 away here. Gutierrez, lefty-righty again. Curveball lined into left field, slicing. It'll go just foul. Tough to see down that left field line for us with a little bit of glare.
I was going to say, it's a little tough to make out that white line. We're kind of going off the foul pole, see what we can come up with.
So the 0-2 once again. Camera back up for you guys now. Here's Gutierrez coming home, swinging a miss on the elevated fastball again. 2 straight put down on strikes for Jesse Gutierrez.
I mean, the Marauders hitters just look in between right now. They don't know what he's going to come with next, and it's kind of interesting because in reality he's only thrown 2 pitches in most of these at-bats. It's been that fastball-slider combo, but still the movement and the stuff and the break is so elite that it's hard to pick up.
Check that, 3 straight strikeouts. Struck out the last batter of the 4th. First pitch of that time, and there, strike 1. 0-1. That one fouled off hard to the right side. Count 0-2, and Gutierrez doing a great job of getting ahead of hitters here. Oh, 2. Up in the zone. Ball 1. One-two pitch now from Gutierrez. That one in the dirt. Count level now. 2-2 count, 2 away for San Jose State's lefty.
I mean, you have to like the idea there from Gutierrez. It's worked his last 2 at-bats. He's got strikeouts in 3 straight at-bats.
One jam shot right side. Trickling down the foul line. Picked up at first by Logan Sutter, who will put the tag on. And that will be the 3rd out of the inning. Now 3 up, 3 down for Jesse Gutierrez. Packers back to the plate after a quick break.
University of Michigan's right field, number 14, Dave Morrow.
Dane Morrow leading things off here for the Prune Packers to start the bottom of the fifth. Right fielder out of Michigan, 1 for 2 on the day with an RBI. Pitcher on the mound as well for the Marauders. First pitch on the left field line, fielded over at third by Hamburger. Long throw to first, can't get the pick. No advance on the ball passed. Dane Morrow will reach on air.
I mean, you see the speed from Morrow and the speed from Brown as well. He stole that base. You have that back-to-back in the 8 and 9. If you're just able to put the ball in play, you're setting up the top of your order very well.
Morrow off first after an E5. First pitch to Brown, outside, ball 1. Brown singled his last time up and stole a bag, as you said, Julian. One-0 pitch. Up and in. Ball 2. Two-0 count. Runner goes. That one in the dirt. No throw, and Morrow will steal the bag easily. Three-0 count now to Tommy Brown. On its way. That one down in the zone, ball 4. So Brown reaches base for the third time in 3 at-bats this game.
You got to imagine it was tough for the Marauders head coach to pull Badger after a performance like that. Finally got in the state, just consistently throwing strikes. Got to pick up your teammate here if you're on the mound.
Brown over at first, Morrow at second at the plate. William Patrick for his 4th time around. A walk and 2 strikeouts for him. One-0 count now. Patrick fires to Patrick. That one on the outside corner for a strike. Trying to get a name on this pitcher. Can't quite see the number though. On his way home, that one slashed off foul. It'll be strike 2. One-two count now to Patrick. Trying to keep it going here after the 2 first batters reach. That one misses. There's the count to 2-2. Number 23 on the mound. Do not have a number 23 on the roster we were given. That one on the ground right side, picked over at first by Rockwood. He'll step in the bag. Both runners advance. So bit of a swinging bunt there. That'll advance both runners to scoring position from William Patrick, and Jack Ruckert will step in. He had a deep fly ball all the way to the warning track in right field his last time up.
Really good job there by Patrick. I mean, at bare minimum, you have to take the ball the other way to the right side of the infield if runners on first and second to advance them to the other side, put them in prime scoring position.
Trying to figure out who this could be on the mound. Really don't have a whole lot of information to work with. First pitch. That one outside corner, strike 1. Still 9-0 the score here. Bottom of the 5th inning. That one inside. Picked on a hop behind the plate. Good job by Reagan back there.
A nice appearance from Mr. Lerma in the stands behind the Packers dugout.
Saying some hi to family. Local guy who's been here a while. Going up to the top row right now. That one flared to the shortstop, and a nice play by Momozo for the second out of the inning.
I mean, the right idea there from Rucker. They've had that inside-out approach all game. Just couldn't get enough muscle behind that one. But nevertheless, a good job to take it the other way.
That'll bring up Hideki Prather. And that'll bring on deck Caleb Kimball. Talked about him quite a bit in these games. He started on opening day. He's a two-way player. Going to get some at-bats here.
Now we asked him after Saturday's game, what do you think of your at-bats? I don't want to talk about it, was the answer. So trying to redeem himself today. They take one out of the yard. Be good to see.
And a great start on the mound, 0-1 now. Prather slashes one foul. Enjoys hitting. Only had 5 at-bats at Houston last year. Did a lot in high school. Actually came out as a better outfielder prospect than he did pitching prospect. 0-2. Up and away on the throwaway pitch there to Prather. It's the 47th best outfielder in Texas class. Prather will line one into right field, base hit. Mardo comes across. Brown will score easily. Prather rounds first, and he'll head back, and that'll bring up Caleb Kimball now after a 2 RBI single from the Cal catcher.
I mean, there's not much more to say, right? The Packers' approach is clear. It's been clear through the first few games of the season, just taking the ball the other way and being able to deliver with runners in scoring position will take you deep into a playoff run.
Situational hitting has only improved through three games. Stranded a lot less runners tonight. 11 across and only 5 hits, though. Have been patient, drawn their walks. Caleb Kimball trying to do some damage here.
It's interesting to see the balance, right? Because a lot of the times you're leaving runners stranded when you're walking at this rate because you're not getting enough strikes, and it gets to the point where even though the Packers have done a good job of not pressing, you want to swing eventually and you want to make something happen.
One down in the zone. 2-0 now for Kimball. Through 4 scoreless and hitless on opening day. Outside, 3-0 now. Went 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. Said he didn't want to talk about it. It's not the worst appearance ever.
Not at all.
And a little hard on himself there. 3-0 pitch to Kimball. Outside, ball 4. 4-pitch walk for the pinch hitter. Pinch hitting for Logan Sutter.
I mean, being a two-way guy is not easy. We've seen this year. Shohei's been phenomenal on the mound, and he's picked it up a little bit over the last few weeks. But at first, he was in the bottom percentile of qualified hitters in the league.
See if Kimball stays in. Sutter was in the field over at first. Of course, Kimball an outfielder. See if they move things around at all or how they adjust. Jake McCoy back up. 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. A 1-2 up. Outside, count level at 1s. 2 away here. Bottom of the 5th inning, already 2 runs across thanks to the 2 RBI single from Hideki Prather. 1-1 pitch up and away, ball 2.
You have to admire the consistency from Prather to just be able to put the barrel on the ball whenever he feels like it, pretty much.
2-1 inside, gets away. Prather will move up. So will Kimball. So now 2 in scoring position as opposed to 1 for McCoy. 3-1 count. It's kind of the key to success is just trying to put the ball in play as much as possible, and you never know what can happen once it's out there.
You see it a lot too, and in this two-strike approach from most guys, shorten up a little bit and just barrel. But you see Crawford do that on a daily basis, and almost every at bat, whether there's 2 outs, 2 strikes, no outs, he's just trying to deliver for his team, and that's a really important aspect that you want from your 3-hitter.
Full count now to McCoy after the foul ball. Payoff pitch on its way. Chopped left side, picked on a hop by Hamburger. Long throw to first, he'll put him away inside. So 2 across in the bottom of the 5th inning. Hideki Prather with a 2 RBI single. 11-0 the score on 5 hits for the Packers. Back to the field they go after a quick break.
Back here at Rec Park, and I mean, Easton, you look at the scoreboard. If you're an outsider looking in, you see 11 runs. You got to think they must have had an explosion with the hits. And I mean, you look deeper into it, and it's just the walks. The Marauders have settled in here, but it's been interesting to see. Kamen takes the first pitch just a bit high.
And to that point, Julian, it hasn't just been the walks, it's been the pass balls. The wild pitches, those small things that have allowed them to advance on the bases from turning walks into runners in scoring position.
Fouled off to the right side. I mean, we were talking about Kamen pregame. Had a phenomenal game last time out, went 3 for 3. Struggling a little bit more today. They've kind of, the Packers have done a good job of adjusting to him at the plate.
Yeah, still 1 for 2, but it's tough to be that consistent when you're facing power 4 pitching night in, night out.
Strike in there. 1-2 the count. Gutierrez, 3rd inning of work on the bump. Gets what he wants, delivers, and kicks in. Kind of a check swing there. Fastball rose in on him a little bit, but he still got to it, was able to foul it off. A good job fighting. Yeah,
really nice job to just kind of spoil a good pitch there. And wasn't too sure, kind of on the edge of his zone, but just finding a way to fight and stay alive.
Kicks and deals. Slider on the outside. Just misses. I mean, Gutierrez has done a pretty good job of making his misses makes, you could say. That way, a lot of the pitches he's missed with, that slider on the outside. Comes back and does something similar to that. That one just misses, but he's gotten a lot of swings and misses and a lot of looking strikes on that, too.
Yeah, and it feels like both pitchers have done a great job of that. You saw earlier in the game, Take Cruz get a lot of check swings, swing and misses as well.
The 3-2 outside and misses Kamen on as the leadoff batter for the Marauders.
We'll see what they end up doing here with Gutierrez, if they let him go a full 3 innings, or if they keep him kind of on that lighter load management type thing and bring in another arm. Looks like there's a little bit of activity out there in the bullpen, but tough to see from our angle.
I mean, he's been dealing a pretty good outing today. Rizal already grounded into a double play earlier in the at-bat. Strike 1 taken on the inside. Coach Gomes may be hoping for one more roll up the middle for Gutierrez. Strike 2 in there. Rizal steps in, a short lead at first for Kamen. Gutierrez looks over, delivers the pitch, and it's going to bloop into right field. A little punch shot there for Rosales to get the job done. Moves Kamen over, and the Marauders got something doing here.
We talked about it with Prather as well, how just putting the ball in play, good things will happen. And that one just kind of a little bloop out into right field. Caleb Kimball now at right field as well after the pinch hit appears. JC Osorio guard moves to first. And then it looks like everything else stays relatively the same.
Gutierrez delivers strike one. About belt high. I think it's pretty fair to say too that when the Marauders have thrown strikes, the Packers in most instances have gotten themselves out. It's just the walks that and the foot traffic that killed them. That one lined back up the middle for Rockwood. They're not going to send them home. Third base coach holds them, but the base is loaded. Hit pretty hard there. Straight back up the middle off of Gutierrez. Maybe starting to pick him up a little bit. It looks like Coach Gomes is going to come out. We'll see what the change is. Meeting on the mound. After a walk and 2 straight hits, the Marauders, something doing here. You know, it's always good, and even in the back half of the game, it looks like that's going to be it for Gutierrez. And applause from the audience. A pretty solid outing here today. It's always good for a team down this much in the later innings to get something going offensively, you know, get some confidence going into the next week.
Yeah, and down 11, I mean, game's not necessarily over. It would take a lot, but bases loaded, no one out. Really good opportunity, but we've seen a lot of pitchers out of this bullpen get out of tight jams. We saw Jaden Ferguson do it the other day. Naden Pinn going to be coming in on the mound.
Yeah, fastball, slider, changeup. Similar in a way to Take Christ. He had that fastball, slider, splitter. You know, the splitter and changeup are pretty similar. You can group them almost in the same spot, or it's that downward action. Just depends on the usage for what they'll be considered.
Going back to the defensive shifts that Caleb Kimball out in right field. It is JC Osorio guard at first, and then the right fielder, Dane Morrow, moves to third. Everything else remains the same. Other than the new pitcher now.
We do.
Hits are almost even here as well. It's 5 hits to 4 hits and 1 error for the Marauders, but 11-0 the score, and just a weird looking scoreboard out there right now. Not what you would be used to seeing.
Yeah, especially as you mentioned, like hits are almost even, and then you look a little bit left and it's 11 on the bottom and 0 on the top. It's definitely a sight to see.
It's been 11 walks in 5 innings for the Packers. Been better as of late, but they do have the 2 sack flies, which bring in runs. They have the error that gets a stolen base. Run doesn't come across there. Ground out that led to an RBI as well, but there's a lot of really good situational hitting when they do get runners on.
Oh, Pin on the mound, base is still full, trying to roll some magic. Misses in. You know, you gotta like the move to go to Pin here. The righty Hamburger has 2 Ks on the day. He just had a really opposite look with Gutierrez. Try and get him swinging on some stuff. That's a strike in there, bottom of the zone. None out for the Marauders. Pin kicks, steals. This is a high fly ball out to Kimball and right. The Marauders are going to fake a tag. That's Adam Kamen at third. Broken quickly and straight back. Kimball out there, he's got a good arm. Probably not something you want to test if you're Adam Kamen.
Yeah, you know the pitcher's got a good arm out there in right field, and imagine that's why he's out there in right field as opposed to left. And got that long throw to third. And a bit of a shallow fly ball there.
Lucas Pustera Swings through strike one.
Pin on the mound. Didn't see a whole lot of action out at Cal. Miracosta High School. A 27 innings pitch with a 1.29 ERA.
0-1 line drive in the right field. Cayman's gonna come home to score. And Rockwood trips coming around third, so only gonna be a run for the Marauders. Nevertheless, a good swing out to the opposite field.
First run of the game for the Marauders as well. 3 singles in their last 4 at-bats as tackling on a walk, so reached 4 out of the last 5.
I mean, it's got to feel good, right? To come through, even in a game like this, to come through with runners in scoring position is always a great feeling.
Out of fries, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry about that. Are you like starving? Or if you want some.
Well, Reagan gonna step up to plate. Base is still full. Pin misses. A great job there from the backstop, Tommy Brown. Really done a phenomenal job in the first couple games he's caught here of not letting anything get past them. We've seen that can be a culprit even today for a lot of these pitchers.
He is out there for his defense.
Fouled away. And the bonus is the offense is the bonus.
He's been hitting really well as of late in these last 3 games, but one of the best defensive catchers in the entire state of California. 993 career fielding percentage, over 561 chances in his high school career. Didn't see any action at ASU last year, but trying to work his way up through the ranks. And Brody Briggs, Cohen Nikolai, 2 other really solid defensive catchers, and clearly an archetype head coach Willie Bloomquist likes out in Tempe.
2-1, just a bit outside, 3-1. You got to throw a strike now. Base is full. I mean, you're at the point of the game where you want to be throwing strikes at any point. A 10-run lead, but especially you don't want to walk anybody in. A jam shot, maybe off the leg there, off the plate.
I think off
Roll
his
is
foot
foul.
for a foul ball. Yeah, and as you said, 11-1 game, there's no reason to be throwing around guys here. You got to go right at guys. You got to get ahead early in counts, and you just have to hammer the zone. Trust that defense behind you. Even with the bases loaded, can't afford to give up free bases here, up 10.
I mean, you understand, too, with this summer ball, guys are here to get their work in. They want to get their pitches going, even with the secondary stuff. But it's good to pound the zone with strikes anyway with the fastball. And he's going to ring him up. A fastball on the outside corner. Pin got him. A great pitch there to come back in the at-bat, down 3-1. And now 2 outs with the bases loaded. It's going to be Manite.
Trying to strand 3 here.
Ball misses outside. Mateo Manite with a single and a strikeout on the day. Ball misses low. 2-0 the count.
Looks like it might be a pinch hitter here. It's Dom Christensen stepping in.
3-0. And all of a sudden, Pin has fallen behind with the bases loaded. We just talked about pounding strikes in the last at-bat. You know, he comes back down 3-1. You think that maybe gives him some confidence, and just missing a little bit out right now. With a 3-0 pitch, kicks, deals, fires, strike in there, 3-1.
That's what you got to do right there. Just try and find the zone. You bounce back from behind in the count last batter. Let's see if he can do it again.
Delivers, fouled off sharply. You're going to hit off the Stendor barn rooftops there. Shot pretty fast back into the field. We talked about earlier the extended night lines in major league stadiums to protect fans. Not necessary here. The 3-2 fouled away. Picked up by Osario, a guard at first. Trying to push it down the line the other way. Not a bad approach with 2 strikes from Christensen. So 3-2, we're in the buffet count, as my good friend and colleague Hugo Traverso would say. Fouled away
He always calls the buffet count the 3-0 count, maybe the 3-1 count. This is all you can eat. Right down the middle most of the time. And a meatball, donut, some syrup.
All you can think of. 3-2. We'll do it again. Pin delivers, and another foul ball to the right side. I mean, you don't want to walk him, but it's been the same pitch the last 3 pitches, and then it's all gone to the same location.
This is best on best here. Great at bat from Dom Christensen. Just give him your best pitch in the zone. Make him put some lumber on it.
Strike 3, got him. He works out of the jam, only allowing 1. A great job there from Pin. The Prune Packers still up 11-1, 5 hits apiece. We'll be back.
Bobby Valentine gets ejected in the 12th inning.
We're back here. Cade Campbell leading it off for the Packers. Number 23 still on the mound for the Marauders.
Sun's starting to set here behind the houses. I feel like I say that every game, but I mean, it's hard not to when it's just blasting you right in the face here behind home plate.
Campbell lines one sharply up the middle. Gets past the shortstop, Kaz Okamoto. A good swing there, and attacking the first pitch again is Campbell.
The hardest hit ball of this game for the Prune Packers, maybe. Just a rifle right back where it came from, up the middle, and back-to-back innings. Going back to when Tommy Brown last inning, or 2 innings ago, rather, first pitch swinging for a single.
We've been bragging about Osario Guard's ability to put the ball in play. 2 sac flies today and a pop out to the shortstop, but hoping one can fall for him. A little bit of bad luck.
Yeah, he's hitting the ball hard, especially in those first 2.
That ball misses in. Past the catcher, Reagan. Another pass ball for the Marauders.
Yeah, I don't know if that one's a pass ball or a wild pitch, but just kind of a lot of balls to the backstop. Going back to Osario Guard, though, he could easily be 2 for 3 today. The wind switches a little bit.
This one lined in the left field for a guard. One finally gets down, wraps around his back. Coming home is going to be Campbell. He scores 12-1. The Pack lead. A really good job there by a guard, staying with the fastball and hooking it in the left field.
That is the first back-to-back hits that the Prune Packers have had this game.
I mean, it's tough when you're not getting a lot of strikes.
Mostly a lot of back-to-back walks, some walks and singles, some singles and sac flies, but first back-to-back knocks of the game.
Mario
a little weird to say when you're up 12-1.
Yeah, it's not every day you look at the scoreboard and you see more runs than hits.
That's a very good point. nothing they can do about it. They're working their counts well, and they're hitting well situationally, and that's all you can ask for.
Ball misses out. 2-0 the count. Hey, you just mentioned the sun. It's really coming our way now.
Yeah, I'm hiding behind the little shadow of this pillar right here. It's just our left.
Morrow, ground ball, gets under the glove of the first baseman, Maxime Osario. A guard will get to third. Another good display of just taking the pitch where it's thrown and getting it into that outfield grass.
Yeah, and it seems like it's almost flipped a little. Maybe they noticed the ball wasn't flying as much. It's 3 straight low line drive ground ball hits. Just trying to keep the ball on the ground. Try and keep it a little bit lower out of that wind and win station to station.
Fouled away by Brown. Runner in scoring position. Brown with 2 walks and a single on the day. Looking to deliver another big hit here for the Pack. Sets, deals, low. Osario, a guard is going to come home. Morrow's going to take second. And another 390 feet for the Packers.
Feels like that's where most of the runs are coming from. And might look back at the box score of this one and see 13 runs and only 8 to 9 RBIs.
I mean, we talk about fundamental baseball a lot, and we've talked about that in pregame, postgame wraps, press conferences, and that includes being able to block behind the plate and being able to throw strikes and allow your defense to make plays. And it's been a tough go of that for the Marauders as of late. Ground ball to third. Osario Agard running hard. Throw is in time. West to the third base side, so unable to advance the runner Morrow at second.
And only 8 RBIs on the 13 runs scored.
Will Van Wee will pinch hit here of Houston for LSU's William Patrick. Well, we saw the Marauders bring a guy off the bench and delivered. We'll see if Wee can do the same thing as he swings right through a fastball at the top of the zone.
Van Wee got in on opening day. Didn't get in that bat. Got hit by a pitch. Hasn't played since. Excuse me, he played on Saturday, rather. Went 0 for 3 with 3 walks. 6 at-bats for him, or 6 plate appearances, 3 at-bats, rather.
Another ball in the dirt. 1-1 the count, 1 out. Amaro on second for the Pack. Delivers, and a ground ball the other way. The theme we've been seeing all day. Morrow will round third and score with ease. And it's the pinch hitter Van Wee who delivers a 13-1 lead for the Pack. Correction, 14-1. And we're getting to so many runs at this point. Double digits is all starting to look the same on the scoreboard.
Got 2 touchdowns. We're in the 6th inning.
I mean, there was a point we were talking about a 45 pace walk rate.
We're on pace for 45 runs.
Another ball in the dirt. Aggressive move from Van Wee to take second and a great read. He's in there safely. Slides in. I mean, this is what you love to see from a team. You know, some may say it's disrespectful to the unwritten rules of baseball, but it's summer ball. You want to get your work in, and it's good to take advantage of free bases when you can get them.
Yeah, and a game as lopsided as this, it's
Ruckert, a line drive kicks off the second baseman, Pulstera, and he's going to reach base safely. That one was hit pretty hard in the tough hop there at second.
yeah, that'll be ruled a base hit. It's a tough one to get a glove on. It's a low line drive. Really good piece of hitting there.
Crowther, who's been the man for the Packers through these first 3 games, will step up to the plate again with a runner in scoring position, takes another fastball in the dirt. And what do you know, Ruckert is going to take the extra 90 feet. So second and third now, 1 out. A 1-0 count, 14-1 for the Pack. Last night, 17 runs. We're only in the bottom of the 6th. They're looking to beat it.
Trying to set a season high here.
Delivered to Profler outside. Got going on that one. Was able to hold the bat back.
Good hitters count for him here. 2 on. Just only 1 out. No double play ball in effect here.
Delivers inside. Squirts past Van Wee. Will take the extra 90 feet. And I mean, at this point, what are you going to do if you're the Marauders?
Either keep the ball out of the dirt, find a way to get in front of it. But something has to change here because the amount of pass balls that have come in for runs and free bases is a little comical.
Profler in the deep right center field. Medium deep to right fielder. Jackson Howell is going to catch the throw to home. Almost in time. Rucker didn't slide. It was down the line. And a late tag by Reagan. I mean, he just missed him there. That was pretty close. I don't know if Rucker was in territory to slide. He was still pretty up the line, but it ended up being a lot closer than I think most people thought it would.
Yeah, and almost good play behind the plate there by Reagan and swing around and get him on the backside. Slide might have helped there, but squeaked just past and maybe played to his advantage. I don't think they were expecting a stand up there on a close play at the plate.
Pitch misses inside the Kimball. Kimball, big tall righty, taps the hat. Bat just above the shoulders. Delivers. Line drive, right field. And a great play from Jackson Howell. Had himself an inning, almost an assist from right field, and then makes a nice play. Kimball hit that pretty hard there. And a good job from the Packers to tally on here at Rec Park. We're heading to the top of the 7th, 16-1 Pack. All right, we got a pitching change here. Simon Lemke in relief of Aiden Pinn. Short, but outstanding outing for Pinn to work out of the bases of the jam. Lemke in the last game got in that bat, sent the dugout into a little bit of a frenzy. A hard line drive to center field that was just caught. And Valentine at the plate for Okamoto. Check that, Omamoto. Lemke delivers, fouled off hard. Lemke, a little bit of a sidewinder.
Yeah, a little low three-quarter release on Lemke, fastball, cutter, slider change, and he has pretty good velocity here against this Marauders team that has actually hit the ball decently, 5 hits compared to the Packers' 8, but they just haven't had nearly the free passes as the opposing team.
I mean, you get a pitcher like Lemke, the sidewinder, you're going to get a lot of run on that fastball. Can almost play as a sinker, and when you're a hitter in the box, it's coming right down the middle, and it'll be on your hands quickly as he delivers fastball. Grounded to short. Campbell's going to take it, throw across the diamond the first. 1 away.
And Campbell doing a great job of charging that ball, not letting it get to him to be able to get in position to make that throw over to first for a nice play.
So another pinch hitter here for the Marauders. Diego Prado's going to step to the plate against Lemke. Well, the Pack have certainly had a day on offense, but it's easy to overlook the pitching. What we've noticed the last couple of games, they've done a phenomenal job. As Lemke delivers a nasty slider on the outside, swing and a miss for strike 1.
Take Crease had an incredible outing. 3 innings pitched, 5 Ks, and just 2 walks and 2 hits in those innings. Did not give up a run, so starting off strong is an understatement for Take.
Really a great outing. Setting the tone, a big thing Coach Gomes has talked about. Said it with Kimball yesterday, or excuse me, Saturday with Syrup. Really set the tone, the starting pitchers do. That's a fastball on the inside, just gets past Kimball, but no problem at second for Jack Rucker.
Actually, a good thing that Lemke didn't touch that ball. It saves them from a possible ricochet. Easy play for the second baseman, and 2 up and 2 down quickly here in the top half of the 7th.
As you mentioned, that ball could have gone anywhere if it bounces off the glove of Kimball. A quick 2 outs here for Simon. A strike, top of the zone, slider. Not always where you see an off-speed pitch, but with a guy throwing this hard out of that arm slot, could be a different look for the hitter. Kimball delivers. It's the slider again on the outside, and they can't seem to read it right now.
Just when you think you have Lemke figured out, little sidearm fastball, he drops in 2 sliders to start the at-bat, and you're in a quick hole.
The 0-2 misses outside. Well, he went right back to it. Just yanked it a little bit there.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it was the thinking for Lemke there.
It's not broken, don't fix it. The motto for the Pack these first 3 games. A fastball popped up high. Rucker calling off the shortstop. Campbell comes down, caught, and an easy 1-2-3 for Kimball. Nothing doing for the Marauders. We'll be back. So Isaiah Soto win to pitch for the Marauders, just trying to deliver strikes as they face a 15-run deficit.
The priority here for Soto is just finding the zone, as he doesn't do there with his first pitch, because there have been an immense amount of free passes here for the Packers.
Yeah, Soto, arm drops just under the shoulder. Prone to arm side misses. We saw one there. That one misses low as well. 2-0 the count to the pinch hitter, Zane Kelly, up for the Pack.
Pinch hitting for McCoy, who had a pretty good day. Got on base twice with a walk and a hit.
That one looked like it brushed the shirt there, misses in by a good amount. I mean, 3-0 early on. Said it time and time again, but you got to throw strikes here. This one fouled back. Had the green light.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Green light 3-0. Up 15, why not? Try to pad the stats here.
Sorry for stealing your memo there. Kelly looking to drive one. 3-1 to count. Misses inside. And I mean, it's ball four, but if there was a runner on base, that's another pass ball.
For sure, wild pitches and pass balls have been a massive issue for the Marauders.
So Campo is going to stay in the game. He'll come to bat here in the 6th hole with Zane Kelly leading off first. Soto delivers. Another pass ball and another free 90 feet for the Pack. And I mean, got to try your best to throw strikes at this point. It's a tough deal for the Marauders today. Falling off the mound a little bit, maybe yanking some pitches, missing low. Every combination you can think of.
Yeah, and what's interesting to me about this game is if you just take the first 2 innings, 9 total runs scored by the Packers off of 3 hits. That's just unacceptable if you're the Marauders pitching staff.
Campbell takes strike one. I mean, yeah, we saw that in the game on Saturday. They scored 17 runs and they had 15 walks. So, I mean, only crossed the plate 2 more times and they took ball 4. Soto checks second, delivers. Campbell takes just a bit high. Kelly with a medium-sized lead off of second.
Campbell looking to build on a possible player of the game outing. He's already reached 3 times off 2 hits and a walk. So that is definitely in play with a good at-bat here.
Curveball that misses high. And that one's going to miss just a little bit up as well. Thought maybe that was going to be in there. Had some decent sink on that.
Yeah, it looked like to clip the edge of the top of the zone, but
we got Trackman over there. Can't fully tell from here. Nevertheless, it's another free pass. Osario Agard has had phenomenal bats all day. Lined out hard twice. Finally got one to fall in his last at-bat. We'll see if he can do it again.
yeah, and he had 2 sac flies in this ball game, so even when he's getting out, he's having productive ABs, and he was a major contributor to their PEL championship run last year, a big returner, and I remember one time last year, he hit one over the scoreboard out in left center. It was one of the deepest balls I've ever seen hit out in Rec Park.
That's fouled off, and I mean, you think about the list of names that could do that have played for the Pack, and I mean, we're maybe talking, you know, Andrew Vaughn, Spencer Torkelson, some of the caliber of those guys who are in the major leagues now, and a guard's ability to send the ball out there. That's at least 430 feet we're looking at as Soto checks the runner at second. Nothing doing.
No doubt about it. This guy has serious pop.
The guard taps his hat, wiggles the hands, Soto delivers. Fastball, I mean, all day we've been thinking maybe some of these pitches on the outside are going to get called in a really consistent zone behind the plate so far.
Yeah, that's all you ask for is consistency because these players will adjust.
Ground ball hit up the middle, looks like 2. The shortstop, Omamoto's gonna roll it. Taps the bag, 6-3 in a double play. A big one for the Marauders.
Speaking of double plays, I think a key one in this ball game was in the first inning. Marty Rosales was up with first and third, just one out, and he grounded one to the second baseman who had a double play unassisted. This was before the onslaught of runs. That could have vastly changed the momentum of this game if he doesn't roll into one there.
Gonna be Dane Morrow that steps in. 2 outs, runner on third for the Pack. Looking to deliver a big swing. Fastball, misses high. 2-0 the count. Defense shifted. Normal on the infield, pretty straight up in the outfield. That one misses just a bit low, and a 3-0 count here today tomorrow. I mean, you got to imagine 16-1 probably has the green light. This is what we like to call a buffet count, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, it's time to eat here.
And a strike, got it on the inside. Looked like Morrow was crowding the plate a little bit, maybe gave the illusion that it was a little more in, but a good job of consistency. We just talked about consistency, staying within the plate from the blue behind home. Called a phenomenal game today. Morrow with a line drive into center field. That's gonna get down right in front of the center fielder, Adam Kamen. That one was hit really hard. And a really good job by Morrow putting the ball in play and driving it up the middle. He took a fastball and he wasn't gonna miss it.
Yeah, put that one right back where it came from in center field. Kamen had no chance coming in on it. And Morrow will pick up an RBI. He's had a nice day as well. That's his third hit.
So the Pack have tied their run total from Saturday, the last time they squared off against the East Bay Marauders. 17-1, the same score, a lot less walks today. But it was those first few innings that killed them. 5 runs and 4 to follow in the first and second, a 5-run inning in the 6th, and now we're in the 7th. Strike 1 taken by Tommy Brown, the catcher.
I wouldn't say a lot less walks. There's been quite a few here today.
That's fair to say, but compared to what we saw on Saturday, it was definitely a show, if you want to put it that way. I mean, we were expecting more walks today. Those first few innings, we were on pace for 45. Easton and I were talking about. It's cooled down a little bit. The Marauders staff found the zone a little more, just a bit too late. And one thing we've seen with this Packer group is the game goes on, the quality of at-bat starts to get a lot better. They start to wait on their pitches and drive it the other way.
Yeah, you'll see the pitch count go up of the opposing team as well. With that, they'll foul off a ton of balls in these later innings.
Really make them work in a 1-2 count. Soto's slider misses outside in the other batter's box.
His hat fell off, too.
I mean, a really good, I can't say a good job with the amount of pass balls, but I mean, you got to feel for Rogan behind the plate. There's been a lot of balls in the dirt and a lot of wild pitches. Credit to him for doing what he can as the backstop, as that one just misses a bit out. It's going to be a 3-2 count.
If no else, you have to feel for Rogan behind the plate because that is a lot of hours back there.
Yeah.
The majority of this game has been with the Marauders in the field.
Ball 4 misses outside. Morrow was taken off, didn't matter. So Van Wee's going to step to the plate with 2 guys on, still 2 outs. I mean, you mentioned, feeling for Rogan. To his credit, Tommy Brown's been behind the dish for 2 out of the 3 games, and he's been behind the dish for this whole matchup against the Marauders. As Van Wee takes a fastball outside. I mean, he's sticking with it back there, even though obviously the innings have been a little bit quicker for the Pack on the defensive side. Still not easy to catch back-to-back games.
No doubt about it. And 13 free passes for the Marauders.
Oh, and Van Wee off of the pitcher, Soto. We can only hope he's okay. Morrow's going to come around to score. Brown's going to get to third. And that ball was smashed right back up the middle. Looked like it hit Soto in the arm. Maybe the funny bone head coach for the Marauders is going to come out and check on him.
That's the last thing you want to see here in a pretty non-competitive game. An injury there, you got to feel for.
I mean, you really do. I mean, this is the point in the game where, everybody's just trying to get their work, and that's what they're here for. It's summer ball. It's summer ball in general. You never want to see injury. Really tough scene for the Marauders. Trainer on the mound. We're going to go to a break, let this fizzle out a little bit, and we'll get you an update when we come back. So Soto will walk off the mound. A really tough scene. We hope he's all right. Kai Yamamoto, who was playing shortstop earlier, got substituted, will now find himself on the rubber.
Why not kind of a little league style here? Put your shortstop on the mound,
I mean, shortstop's supposed to be able to do everything, right? They can play the outfield, get behind the plate, in the squat. Why not throw him out there, get him a few innings?
No doubt about it. No harm here in a 17-run game.
Jack Ruckert is going to be stepping to the plate for the Packers. Runners on first and third, still 2 outs. A little bit of a 2-out rally here for the Pack. Have surpassed their total from Saturday night, 18 runs on the board. I mentioned maybe not as many walks, and there's still a pretty decent amount of walks, but I think we can fairly say a good amount more hits for the Pack as well in this one.
No doubt about it. They've been swinging it well all night long, and one thing that I'll say is they haven't let up at all, which is something to say. It shows how Joey Gomes has coached their team, just the persistent pressure and never letting up, keeping your foot on the gas.
This is a high fly ball on the first pitch to Ruckert. Throws the bat down, not very happy with himself. The third baseman Hamburger drops it in foul territory. Just popped out of his glove. Looked like the wind was swirling a little bit on that one. Had a decent read on it. It just fell out.
Yeah, little pop-up dance there from Hamburger, and, you know, gives the hitter new life. So I saw him do a little clap as he rounded first when he saw that one drop. You said he wasn't happy. I bet he's happy now.
And I mean, it's tough at this time of night too. You know, these guys are hitting the ball very high. The lights can only go so far. I mean, that's something you even see at the likes of the friendly confines of Wrigley Field when it gets into those night games. Sometimes the ball still gets lost in the lights there, and that's a major league stadium.
And
Ruckert with new life, steps back in, drives the ball to deep right field right away, knows it's foul. He hooked it, but he smashed it.
And the #1 recruit in Louisiana for the class of 2025 here in Ruckert. He's definitely got some potential, and he's looking to display that not only in this at-bat, but throughout the year for the Packers.
I mean, really a phenomenal talent, you know, having the ability to go to a hometown school in LSU, one of the most prestigious programs around college baseball, an SEC school among the likes of South Carolina, Tennessee, Alabama, some of the powerhouse programs in the nation. 2-2 count to Ruckert, 2 outs, runners on first and third. Just a bit outside on that one. Looked like a changeup, maybe just missed. So
that
it's
one
full.
did not miss by much. Ruckert tried to do some damage in a buffet count.
Delivers, Ruckert drives one the other way, left field, tailing. And caught by the left fielder, Mateo Manite. That one was fading away. The flag blown in the left field. Had a chance to get down, but didn't. A big inning for the Pack. They tally on 18-1 as we head into the top of the 8th.
True guys, 1966. The Yankees.
So Kemmel's going to remain in the game. A 17-run lead for the Pack in the top of the 8th. And here to tell you all about it is my partner and colleague, Nolan Brennan.
Simon Lemke still on the mound, and he's trying to shut the door on these Marauders here. Reagan up, fouls that one off to the right side. 0-1 now. Excuse me, Marty Rosales is up. Lemke deals. Changeup, clips the bottom edge of the zone for a strike, and it's 0-2 quickly.
Really good job by Lemke there. working at the bottom of the zone.
That's exactly where you want it. Tugs the fastball outside to bring the count up to 1-2.
Marty Rosales grounded into a double play in his first at-bat, a walk and a single.
And that's a great frisbee slider in there for strike 3. Lemke K's the first guy in the 8th inning. 5 outs to go for the Pack in this one.
Really good job of using that arm angle to his advantage. Throws it at the front belt, a front door slider, and I mean, no matter what you're expecting when you're in the box, when you see a ball coming at you at that velocity and with that movement, it's going to be tough to stay in.
Yeah, just kind of froze the hitter there.
Makes you buckle a little bit.
Now Maxime Rodwood up, and he's 0 for 3 on the day. 2 Ks and a fly to right. Lemke deals, and that one's fouled straight back.
If I remember correctly, Rockwood hit that ball pretty hard to right. It was caught by Kimball, but a pretty decent shot.
Yeah, it was definitely a good swing of the bat there. Let's see how Lemke tries to attack him here in the 8th. And that's a slider, just missed. That looked like it was in there.
Oh, yeah, a late call. He called it a strike. I mean, I thought it was
Oh,
in there
wow.
too. Yeah, very late there. Guess he changed his mind. If we had ABS, it might have been a little too late.
Guess
to
he
change
calls
that
it
one.
he calls it a strike. That's one of the later calls I've ever seen. That's a ground ball to Campbell. Nice play over to Asario guard for the second out.
I mean, that's
Have
been,
you ever seen that before?
I mean, as I was just mentioning, I think if we have ABS, it might be a little too late to challenge. I haven't seen the umpire self-challenge yet, but maybe could be on the way soon. You never know if they think they got a call wrong, but nevertheless, he changed his mind. I mean, Campbell all game has just been a rock at short. His ability to transition the ball out of the glove and sling it to first on the run, just phenomenal stuff
He's so smooth out there at shortstop.
from the Berkeley shortstop.
Now, Drew Hamburger steps in, trying to get on base for his team.
Smooth, quick, athletic, all the traits you want out of your shortstop on the field.
He's had a good day with the stick, too.
Really good day.
On time 4 times. And that one's in there for a strike. Backdoor slider that time, so he showed that he can throw that pitch to lefties or righties. And swing and a miss. That will end the inning. Lemke goes 1, 2, 3, and we'll head to the bottom of the 8th. Packers leading 18-1. Stay with us. And we welcome you back. Kaz Omamoto ready to face Brendan Lewis. the pinch hitter for the Prune Packers in place of Will Van Wee. And that was a very slow pitch there, in for a strike. And that one's hit out along the foul lines, and that will head out of play.
Yeah, Lewis pinch hitting for Hideki Profter. Getting Profter off his feet after another productive play at the plate.
Yeah, another returner for the Packers from Clemson, and he contributed heavily as their main catcher last year. Omamoto deals a slow pitch in there. That Lewis was way early on, tugged that one down the left field line.
I mean, we're kind of cut off here, but I wouldn't have been surprised if I wouldn't be surprised if that landed on University Street. Just saw a tree from that, a leaf from that tree, excuse me, kind of come down. I think it got pretty up there.
I mean, how slow do you think these pitches are going?
I mean, Omamoto's on the mound right now delivering what looks to be some position player type of pitches.
That one's hit out high and not very deep to left, and that one's tracked down by the left fielder, Diego Prado.
I mean, the thing that's most interesting, though, Nolan, is that, I mean, he's throwing strikes, right? He had a decent last inning when he came in, gets an out there. When the Marauders throw strikes, they get outs. And, you know, those first few innings, they just struggle to throw strikes. Now, they've only scored 1 run. I'm not saying the game would necessarily be that much closer, but if you eliminate those big scoring first 2 innings, maybe you put a 1 or 2 spot up. I mean, we're talking maybe 10, 11 to 1. That's a decent difference.
Yeah, he's just not trying to do too much here with his pitches, and it's working out a lot better than giving him a ton of free passes, 13 of them on the day. And what's interesting about the batter, Caleb Kimball, is that he started opening day as a pitcher. So kind of an Ohtani-like player here.
You know,
Obviously not to that level yet, but
two-way guy. Talked to us about that on the first practice of the season, actually. Interviewed him ahead of his opening night start. Said he'd like to get some more at-bats.
and that one's drilled high and deep, but it looks like it'll stay in the park, and that one is tracked down by Prado. Had trouble seeing it again in the lights, but he makes the over-the-shoulder catch to put 2 outs on the board here.
Yeah, I see Kimball walking back to the dugout, kind of shaking his head, putting it down a little bit, like, you got to be kidding me. I mean, hit that ball pretty hard, but the wind's blowing in. I know he wants to get one real bad. As I mentioned, that first practice talked about how he wanted to swing the stick a little bit more during the summer. And on the right track there, a pretty good swing, maybe a little more velocity on the mound, and that's gone.
Yeah, no question about it. That one had some serious velo to it. Just a little too much elevation to get this one out of there, as that one fouled off to the left side by Zane Kelly. Kelly hitting in place of McCoy. Omamoto deals the 1-0. That one's chopped down to the right side of the infield. Kelly hustles, but he is retired. That will end the inning. We'll head to the top half of the 9th. 18-1 Prune Packers. Stay with us.
All right, and we're back here for the top of the ninth. An 18-1 lead for the Prune Packers. And it's the Manimal, Brandon Mann, the Michigan product, in to close it out. Big frame, throws hard. Intimidation, exactly what you want out of your ninth inning guy. Not necessarily a safe situation, but still looking to get the job done here for the Pack.
Still trying to hold, and he has a couple of pitches, mainly leans on his fastball slider.
Strike one in there. Strike two, Hamburger swings by it.
Man trying to navigate his way through the ninth inning. The key for him is to get in favorable counts early.
Slider misses just low. I mean, we got the track man to our right. Maybe this was a strategic move, but he didn't throw any fastballs in his warm-up, so no official book on how much velocity the fastballs got, but the slider's got some good deviation as that one misses just high.
My estimate is about 92, 93. I
That's
think.
what it looks like. I mean, you see the glove of Brown behind the plate, and the chalk is popping off. This is a ground ball to third base. It's going to be a foul ball. For Hamburger. Is that Zane Kelly in that third base now? We know Osario Agard moved to first. This ball loud off the bat. Caleb Kimball chasing. It's going to get down. A good effort there from Kimball to try and go get that one.
Yeah, that drops in for a foul ball, but that one was drilled.
Really loud crack of the bat after pulling that foul ball down to Morrow at third. It is Morrow, we did confirm. Holding down the hot corner. Hamburger battling, man trying to put him away. Deals. Strike three called. He got him looking on a slider. And after that velocity, got Hamburger just looking.
And you're just not expecting that with a guy throwing low to mid 90s to drop in a perfect slider in a full count, no less.
And I mean, that's the tough thing, right? It gets to a point in the at-bat where you just have to sit on one pitch, and you hear it so much with all the analytics nowadays as that one misses low, that hitters are sometimes okay with striking out if it means not swinging at the pitch that they were intending to get. And not something you used to see, you know, a two-strike approach, always a good thing, but not so much anymore. Still apparent, but not as common as you may think. That one brushes on the inside.
Yeah, they're trying to take their chances.
Pasuta swings through that one. Two-one count to Polstera. Man looks in, delivers a short chopper, bounces right in front of Tommy Brown. It's a foul ball.
Little nubber off the bat of Pastera, and 2-2 count here. I'm expecting a slider.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely got that in the back pocket anytime he wants it. 2-2. Just inside, went with the fastball. It's interesting to see Mann's motion as well, because, I mean, you look at it, it's a little bit quick, almost a bit of a chicken wing motion, but hands very close to the body, hides the ball very well, can make it tough to see. 3-2, count full, Mann delivers, strike three, got him. A slider on the outside part of the plate. Mann comes back in the at-bat, delivers what we were all expecting, a phenomenal pitch on the outside half there.
And that's kind of the wipeout pitch for him. You know, he establishes the fastball with the previous pitch, and just sets the hitter up so beautifully for a wipeout pitch there with the slider on the outer half.
So 2 outs there, and I mean, my goodness, he's laughing on the mound. He can't believe he just threw that. Started at the helmet and just broke in. To the catcher, Reagan at the plate. I mean, he's just throwing dice at this point. And it's not landing in the Marauders' favor.
Pastera is kind of just guessing here, and it's showing as
0-2.
this is
The
possibly the
claps start
final
here
pitch.
At Rec Park, the pitch high. Yeah, I mean, you mentioned it. I mean, what do you do at this point? You can't hit the slider. Incredible break. The fastball's up in the low 90s. We'll do it again. The crowd engaged. 1-2. Man delivers. Swing and a miss. He got him. Strikes out the side to end the game for the Pack. An 18-1 explosion on offense. Capped off by power after power after power pitching on the mound. And for the 3rd consecutive game, Nolan, the Pack have only given up 1 run. I mean, we know the offense is standout. I mean, obviously 18 runs is a gigantic number, but you got to be excited with what you see from this pitching staff.
And they're excelling in every aspect of what they're doing right now. Hitting, pitching, not making errors. I mean, the word I would use to describe them right now is consistency, because it just feels like every inning, every at-bat is just so manicured in what they want to do, trying to accomplish their goal, and they've done that today.
Well, we don't have any switches today. Easton's already down the field getting the player of the game, so we're going to get going with the post-game show. Wrap it up here. Offensively, I mean, more of the same. Obviously, it's tough to consistently put the ball in play when you're not getting strikes, but it's also impressive how the Packers have the ability to not press. I mean, there's no matter how badly maybe they want to get a hit, these guys want to get on base, they want to get their reps. They're taking team at bats, they're driving the ball the other way, and they're waiting on it. And I mean, we saw the walk total today again was extremely high, but a really impressive first 3 games here from the Pack offense as well.
Absolutely. The patience that they have up there, so selfless. Like, there are very few swings where you say, well, they're just trying to hit a home run with that. I mean, they have a purpose, and you can really see that in every at-bat, which is leading to such crooked numbers in so many innings.
I mean, you mentioned crooked innings. We got to talk about the top 2 producing guys. I really just want to start with Hideki Prother. I know we've been talking about him all game. It's been a long game, so had a lot to resort to back to him. A good amount of at-bats, but it wasn't just a good amount of at-bats, it was a good amount of productive at-bats, and that's been the story with him these first few games.
On base 3 times again tonight, 2 walks, and one of the few RBI hits, surprisingly, for the Packers. 2-run single over the second baseman's head, and that was kind of what embodies the Packers team right now, that swing. Such a patient line drive, taking it to right field, you know, just so consistent what he does at the plate.
You have, you know, the simple, maybe not as flashy guy, and you move the shortstop, supposed to be the flashiest guy on the field. Talk about Cade Campbell. I mean, so smooth at short. Defensively has been phenomenal. The amount of double plays turned up the middle by Campbell and Ruckert so far this season has been incredible, and it always looks so easy. You have that at short, his ability at the plate to drive the ball on base 4 times today. What do you like that you're seeing out of him so far?
Well, I like his fielding first and foremost. It feels like anything that is getting hit in his direction, he's making a nice play, charging in, backing up, throwing to second, throwing to first. It does not matter. He is making that play. And at the plate, he's also had a very patient approach, getting on base 4 times today, as you mentioned, 2 hits and 2 walks. And kind of the entire Packers lineup has been doing that, but especially Campbell.
And I mean, you mentioned defense first, and if you've been around the Bay Area for long enough, you've seen the 3 World Series with the San Francisco Giants, and it was built on pitching and defense. And moving to the pitching now, I mean, we talked about it already a little bit, but long term, what does it mean to be able to maintain such perfection and intention in games where, I mean, the lead is otherworldly, and they're still going out there and giving it everything they have? And I mean, you could say the same about the base running as well.
I mean, I think it just comes from the preparation, not only at their college, but from Coach Gomes. I mean, for example, Lemke comes in up 17, and he just pitches perfectly, and it's just every guy out of the bullpen seems like they have their A stuff that day. It's just something to remark, as well as their base running. They were moving up 90 feet on pass balls up until the very last pitch, so it just shows you that they're not taking a pitch off, and they're going for this 6th championship in a row.
Well, it was round 2 against the East Bay Marauders tonight. More of the same on offense. The pitching, nothing changed yet, and that's what you love to hear when you're getting games like this. 18-1, the final score. The Pack move to 3-0. We'll be back tomorrow night for another edition of Packers Baseball.